Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 578, and today's topic is that is fruits and vegetables for reproductive health. So when I discuss some fruits, I mentioned about their role in our reproductive system, especially when I discuss watermelon. But here I have taken one very important uh, bean, that is called soya bean. It belongs to Leguminaceae family, and globally it is very much popular nowadays. And the history goes like that, this soya bean was cultivated in China some 13,000 years before. They started cultivating there, and slowly it came to Eastern Asia, whole Asia, and then now it is globally available. And there are different type of derivatives are available in the form of food. For example, in Indonesia, their morning breakfast starts from the cake of soya bean, and even lunch, and sometimes they take dinner in a different form. Also, nowadays, that is called soya milk. And soya milk means it is soya bean. And nowadays, soya milk is very popular, very important, because those people who are lactose intolerant, those who are having allergy, they go for soya milk. And also, it is fermented in the form of yogurt, that is tofu they call it, very common, and it is very rich source of magnesium and iron. So those who are having some deficiency of some magnesium, means they have sleep disorder, or sometimes RBC count is less, then they go for the yogurt made out of soya bean milk. It is very rich in protein, and the soya beans therapeutic importance, medicinal importance goes because of two important compounds. One is called, that is phytosterol, the steroidal nucleus, and that steroidal nucleus is, that is beta cetosterol, and the second one isoflavone. There are different type of isoflavones are present in this here. For example, the isoflavone is this. This is the skeleton of isoflavone, and here at 3 position the phenylic is shifted to 3rd position. If it is at 2 position, it is called flavone, and once it is shifted to 3 position, it is called isoflavone. And this isoflavone, this soya bean is very rich in isoflavone. And the second one is, that is your this is your this is called cetosterol. So these two compounds, they are giving more importance to its therapeutic importance. So here actually, when ladies they are having menopause, during that time, drastically there will be fall of that is estrogen, means sex hormones, and because of the fall of estrogens, that is sex hormones, their mood swing will be there, anxiety will be there, insomnia means they will be totally disturbed because of this hormonal problem. And at that time, if they are keeping on that is soya bean diet, it can help a lot, and it can bind with those receptor hormones, and it will balance, and it will not allow to have such type of fall in estrogen level. And it is very powerful antioxidant and also anti-cancerous because it is rich in omega-3 unsaturated fatty acid. It is very good for sleep because it contains magnesium, and it is good to improve your bone mass and bone density because it is rich in calcium, magnesium, and iron. So if you see overall, the soya bean is very important, and globally it has got lot of marketing, especially in food industries, and it started getting popularity in food industry after 1970s. Before that, it was not known globally because nutritional value was not known. And when the phytochemistry was advanced, and when they did the screening, phytochemical screening of the compounds, especially the secondary metabolite, and they found that really this is very much nutraceutical as well as pharmaceutical. And this is actually nowadays lot of research papers are there on fluone and isoflurone. And these fluone and isoflurone, they are very important anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. And this one also helps to improve your cardiovascular health, means your chance of blood clotting in your arteries or veins will be less because it is rich in omega-3. Also, it will not allow, because of presence of lot of powerful antioxidants, to allow the lipid or fat to be oxidized into bad cholesterol, that is called low density lipoprotein. So nowadays there are a lot of publications are coming on soybean, and their authors are discussing very strong link of soybean with breast and prostate cancer. And this regular diet of soybean can reduce the chance of prostate cancer and breast cancer because of presence of phytoestrogen, and which doesn't allow the multiply of cancer cells. This is latest, publications. So it has very strong link for the cancer. It has very strong link for your reproductive health. It is very good for your sleep, very good for your you can say diabetic condition. It can reduce, and there are a lot of health benefit. It has very good oligosaccharide fiber, and that oligosaccharide is very much gut bacteria friendly, and that's why it helps in digestion. So it has lot of benefit, and there are different type of derivatives of food are available in the world. It has a huge market now today. So here number one I am giving, soybean is very rich in protein, and it contains 16.6 gram per 100 gram protein. Fiber is 6 gram per 100 gram, and it has calories 173 per 100 gram. and fat is 9 gram. It is rich in iron, magnesium, copper, selenium, magnesium, calcium. Most important vitamins are B1, B2 and B6. Number 2, it relieves menopausal symptoms. This is very important part. This is very good vegetable source, bean, that belongs to Leguminaceae family, that it can relieve, it can help a lot in menopausal symptoms. Soybean is very rich and in isoflavone. That structure I have already shown you, which is vital component of female reproductive health. When women reach menopause, they experience in drastic drop in estrogen. Estrogen means female sex hormone, that is called progesterone. So once they reach to that menopause condition, there is a drastic drop in the female sex hormone, that is estrogen, and levels, and this can lead mood swings, depression, anxiety, abdominal pain, craving. All these symptoms will come, hunger pain, abdominal pain, etc. Isoflavone bind the estrogen receptor. So here, isoflavone, which is present in soybean, plays very important role in binding the receptor of estrogen, and then the ladies will not feel that one. A receptor in a way that your body does not feel the change. And number 3, it improves heart health because it is rich in omega-3, and that is powerful antioxidant, and it will not allow the plaque or thrombus formation, that is clotting, blood clotting. And number 4, it is anti-cancer properties, and I have already told you that because of presence of phytosterol, it will not allow the multiplication of cancer cells, and it helps. There is chance of reducing of prostate cancer as well as breast cancer. Then number 5 adds healthy digestion because of presence of oligosaccharide, which is very much gut bacteria friendly. It improves the digestion. It helps to relieve the sleep disorder because of presence of magnesium. You can have good sleep and can manage diabetes because it is having lower glycemic index and very slow release of glucose is there, sugar. That's why it helps in diabetes. Essential for pregnancy. It is rich in folate and some minerals. That's why it is good when you are taking during pregnancy period, and good for healthy bone because of presence of magnesium, calcium, zinc in it, and which helps to in formation of new cartilage and bones, and also it helps in fighting from inflammation. Number 10, the most important phytosterol in the soybean is beta cetosterol, which inhibit cancer cells, that I have already told you. And the food derivatives of soybean are, first is, which is very popular, that is tofu, TOFU. Tofu means it is a type of yogurt out of soybean milk, and which is very rich in magnesium, zinc, copper, and phytosterol also. So it's very popular, highly nutritious yogurt in the world nowadays, very popular. So soya milk is very popular. Soya cake, I have already told you, in Asia, especially in East Asia, your breakfast, morning food starts from soya cake. Then and it has created a lot of massive market. In conclusion, I can say that good health depends more on dietary habits rather than on genetic factor. So please, you should cultivate very good habit of taking selective good food which are rich in polyphenolics and phytochemicals, which can improve your immune system and health. So with this I will stop, but in the last but not least, my request, please add in your diet some preparation of soybean, because soybean is very rich in isoflavones and phytosterol, that is simply we can say cetosterol. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.